Hi there, I'm David Katzmeyer, Senior Editor at CNET, and I'm sitting next to the Sony XBR55HX929. This is Sony's best TV for 2011. It's extremely expensive, but Sony did pack a lot of technology into that. The chief technology in this TV is local dimming of its LED backlight. So that means that behind the screen of this LCD there's a whole bunch of little zones of different LEDs that could be turned on or off or dimmed according to program content. The end result is you get a nice dark deep black level, although you do see some artifacts you don't see on other displays. We'll get to that in a little bit, but first let's take a look at this TV's exterior. Sony calls it a monolithic design, which kind of looks like a featureless black slab when turned off. It's really kind of a cool look. It's got this black border around the edge, and the glass extends all the way to the edge. There's a very slim silver edge around the very extreme corners of the TV. Sony packed plenty of features into its flagship TV. It does have the full internet suite, which includes Netflix, Amazon Video On Demand, and Vudu. Sony's interface looks a little bit different from the default interfaces for those services, however. We actually prefer the default services interface in most cases. Sony's thumbnails are a little bit too small and sometimes a little bit more difficult to get around. On the flip side, you do get more video services than pretty much any other TV out there. Those three, as well as a bunch of niche services that include stuff like Wired.com, Epicurious, and a bunch of podcasts and blogs. So at the end of the day, Sony does offer plenty of content, but it's a little more difficult to get around. This TV does include a built-in wireless connection, however, so you don't need to plug in a dongle or run a wire to your TV. Another couple of unique features on this TV include a presence sensor that turns the TV off automatically if you walk away from the room. It also has a little camera that can supposedly detect when children come close to the TV and actually emit a warning signal so the TV doesn't topple on top of the kid, which is, again, a pretty nice feature to have. On the back panel, the Sony includes 4 HDMI and 2 USB inputs, as well as a PC input. There's no analog connections unless you include the special dongle, however, so at the end of the day, if you have a lot of equipment that needs analog, you probably should look for another TV. That local dimming display does produce among the deepest black levels we've seen from any TV, which lends contrast and pop to pretty much every scene. The TV also has very good color accuracy, although in very dark areas it does tend to get a little bit blue, but it's still, overall, it's very good. On the flip side, the local dimming does produce some blooming, which appears as some brightness in dark areas on this TV. Off angle is also pretty bad, so if you move even as close as a couch cushion or two to either side of the sweet spot, you're going to notice the picture lose fidelity and get a little bit washed out. So again, this is a TV for the big daddy right in the middle of the room. The HX929 does include 3D, although Sony doesn't ship glasses with the TV. We didn't get a chance to test the 3D by the time this video was filmed, but you can check out more on the written review on the website. That's a quick look at the Sony XBR55HX929. I'm David Katzmeyer.